Hello and welcome back to the Eau Claire Soccer Park here in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. This is now Sunday morning. The top 16 teams in the nation come back on Sunday morning and play in group format here. So there's 4 teams in our quarter. This is quarter 3 of this part of the bracket here as we get ready for our opening king toss. We're going to be playing Tad Kubbler first thing in the morning. What you'll kind of see here is just bright sunshine. Makes it a little hard to see there. I believe Micah there for Tad Kubbler just edges us out. And just kind of a refresher of who's in our group here shortly. As we're getting ready to start, we'll show you who's in the group. We have the Chaska Bluebell Ringers, 2-time runner-ups the last 2 years. Ragnarok, Tad Kubbler, and us here. For the action. Also kind of give you a little snapshot of how everything ended up here. You'll see the matchups and what happened here on the bottom part of this graphic. Going back to Tad Kubbler here from Minneapolis, Twin Cities area, we have Eric Goplin, Cole Varens, and Micah Shedler there. Micah edging out Matt Green for the king toss. They're going to go first. We're going to choose to be on this side here closest to us. You can see how bright the image is on the background there. We're going to make Tad Kubbler stare into the sun here in hopefully game 1 and 3 if it goes that far. Eric Goplin going to start us off here on Sunday morning action, trying to figure out who's going to make it to the cage between our group here. Excellent toss to lead us off here. 1 for 1. Micah, you'll notice he likes that stretch. Before he makes a lot of baton tosses, you'll see him do that kind of double arm up stretch. And they start 2 for 2. So Ethan Forney here, the driller for Shadow Pack, is going to get us started here. Always a little tight. You see JP Larson there in the red and white right next to us. We do have the other teams competing right next to us there, so sometimes we're competing for resources and space there. 2 cubes in play, 4 batons here. That's going to be hard to get in one. Kind of crashed out early. Had a chance and lucky to get one. Makes a good run with baton 2, pushing that cube back. It kind of glanced off the baton, and that was on the ground there and goes wide. So best that we can do here, Shadow Pack, is go +2 and even it back up. That would still keep momentum really in Tad Kubbler's favor here. Ethan, 1 for 1 there. And Matt, 1 for 1. So we do go +2. It gives us a little magnified look here at the landing spot for Micah. Has a unique in-casting style there. Has those cubes. Usually sometimes has some big cuts for Micah there. 1 out. And have 1 retoss here. And looks like there's going to be 2 groups of 2 potentially there for Tad Kubbler. And usually Cole Varens is their main blaster. You'll see him there in the almost fluorescent yellow and the Win the Fun teal 2026 official U.S. National Championship shirt there. Looking to see what he can do here on this group of 4. The game tied. Plucks out one of them. He has that backhanded blast. A little bit of an angle, a natural angle he throws. Usually can get some interesting double combinations. Get some good hot baton action, as I say. Goes 1 for 1. Micah. And that's going to be a 4. Ooh, that baton kind of makes a run towards the back, but that's a 4 baton pile. So that's a win for for Shadow Pack here. Tad Kubbler really had a chance to get a stranglehold early. Eric swatting away some of the little gnats that fly around. You saw one fly around the camera here. Morning in Eau Claire at the soccer park, there's usually flying insects up in your face, at least early, till the wind picks up. 2 batons left. That just misses. And that one gets it. That one hit well short, but travels back and takes out a baseline to go +1. So we're going to have 5 in play. Take a look here at Ethan's pile. First one has lots of movement. Second one sticks right there. Lots of movement on 3. Lots more movement on 4. He's not too happy with that. That'll stay in. And that one will journey over there. So lots of big movement here. Gonna have 1 there short. That one will be in just fine. So you're gonna have 1 retoss here. Ooh, so the first tosses, they had lots of movement left to right. He was kind of anticipating that, and it stays out left, does not move. And there's going to be 3 on the line and 2 kind of after that. That might be 3 batons if they're lucky. If they get a little unlucky, could be more. I'm going to pull up there. You can see kind of to the right of that bubble, there's 2 players there working on Kubb raising just outside the picture there. So going to wait until it's ready to go, and then here comes the blast. Whew. Trying to get that first one. It sneaks by, gets lucky, hits 1, and collateral damage into the back 2, so it ends up with 3. Just trying to get all 4 of those. Almost only got 1. And we'll just take 1 there, allowing Matt Green to step up, and hopefully we'll get in the red zone here. Unfortunate miss right over the top. That'll take us out of red zone, but he almost gets a double. And Ethan with his 2 here, looking to jump ahead, needing 1 to at least tie it here. Out 1, crashes out and misses. And gets it, +1. So, up to 6 in play. Technically, the game's tied, 2 baselines each, but you'd much rather be Tad Kubbler in a position to close this out here. They have the sticks and the batons. Kubb's in the batons. And Micah's feeling they're getting a little groove there. He's getting some dancing in between throws. Micah keeps it fun and loose at all times. He is a lot of fun to play with and against. So I'll stand up pretty good here. A little inspection by Cole, make sure they're all across the line. Lots of opportunity. Gonna have a conversation between team here who's gonna go. They're gonna sub in Micah. They want some strength behind this blast, and he gets a good amount of them. Let's watch the replay here. All but 2. So that's a Cole special here. He's gonna come in. You got some deadwood in front, but blast that right down. He's happy about that. So they all have batons. They've got 4 batons. There's Micah grooving again, feeling it. Feeling good. They're in red zone +1 territory here. That one misses, but if you're Shadow Pack, you need at least 1 more miss here. Eric gets it. Micah, who's been grooving and feeling it, there he is with his overhand stretch. He's still got a little bit of dance steps in him too. Nice and loose. Ready to play. Chance to maybe close out this game if he can hit this last baseline early in game 1. And gets it. Perfect shot. And we're a little confused how many batons there is there. That happens sometimes. We were hoping that the turn was over, but they still had 1 left, and they take game 1. Tad Kubbler very quickly here in game 1 will win it. Suddenly Shadow Pack with their 2nd loss on the entire tournament. 2nd game that they've lost here, and now a little bit of backs against the wall. In 2022, Matt and I were able to advance to the cage with a 3-way tie when we had 3 teams that all lost to each other. That doesn't happen very often. Usually you advance to the cage by winning all your matches here. So gotta feel like this is a must win for Shadow Pack to force it into a game 3 situation. Ethan starts off strong. Matt crashes out early and doesn't get a true bounce back, and then only get 1 there. Very quickly, Micah gets that right back in. And Cole's going to step up. They've got a lot of positive momentum going so far early in this matchup. Staying loose, staying very positive. Lots of good things happening here. Cole's going to wait till the movement stops and then blast that one down. 3 batons here now for their 4 baton return. Everybody waving at Micah's family. I think his mom and dad show up. He announced, "Hey, there's my mom and dad." And everybody turned and waved to him, or to them there, coming in from the parking lot. Mr. Terrific game 1 on Micah's part. Almost, I think he was perfect there. 1 for 1, continues his hot tossing here. And 2 for 2. Eric still with a baton. Everything going against Shadow Pack so far. Tad Kubbler making it look very easy. Notice with Eric, he has that step, so he takes a very measured pre-shot routine to make sure with that step he's not going across. And that one looked beautiful. Cole thought it was going to hit, but it just missed. So a little bit of a luck there for Shadow Pack, but they got to really get it going here to get an opportunity to push this into game 3. 3 in play, gonna have 1 retoss so far. 2 in the basket there, looking pretty good. Puts that one right there too. Now they're going a little horizontal, so they might stand up a little bit further apart than they look right now on the ground. But they will be in a pretty good spot. I have another retoss. That front one's going to end up being Kubadox. We'll toss that one in. Those will stand up, but as you see, they're going to stand up a little bit further apart, but there's an opportunity there for me if I can hit the right spot. And I don't. I'm missing off to the right. There's an opportunity to get all 3. It ends up with just 1. Going to make this potential for a 2 baton or 1, and now it's going to be 3 batons, it looks like, unless get a lucky shot here. I'm asking Matt which one he'd rather shoot at, and this is going to take all 3, so that is not what you want for Shadow Pack to get back in this. Needing some efficient. Yeah, Micah's feeling really good again, and then there's a miss. It's going to make him feel even better about their positioning. So Jesse misses with 1 baton. Matt mitts with 1 baton. Not a recipe for success in game 2 here to push it into game 3. Now a lot of pressure on Ethan's 2 batons here. Bob stuck his head in there from the other side, and luckily that didn't bother Ethan too much. He goes 1 for 1 on the first one there. 1 baton remaining, really needing a hit. And that one skips out as well. So a lot of 8-meter shots that Shadow Pack's taking that is that hitting short, and then we're relying on the bounce into the baton. Cole there standing at attention, while Micah, a different standing at attention, but a little unhappy with his Kubbs there. He's joking with Matt Green about it. He's had some stellar groups so far. Unhappy about this being so far away from the pin, but they'll line up pretty good, especially with the way Cole throws that baton. Pretty lined up here to crack. There's Micah again having a good old time on Sunday morning at the U.S. National Championship. So that's pretty good for how Cole approaches the batons here. Yeah, got 3. He's happy about that. It's going to leave 1. And suddenly we're looking at a red zone situation for Tad Kubbler. Once again, Micah's way down the line there. He does like to use a little bit of lining it up with the wind and different conditions. So he's going to not be directly across, but kind of at a cross angle for these. And it's perfect. He's finding his spots. Don't think he's missed an 8-meter shot yet. And he will not miss an 8-meter shot. Now, when we talked red zone, it was like you got to be perfect. Now it's certainly a big possibility here. Eric looking to close this out. That one crashes out just in front and almost takes it, but it will not. Still has one more. Can go baseline clear here and really put the pressure on the shadow pack. That one misses just to the other side. Oh, so if you're shadow pack, you're just holding on here. Everything seems to be going against you so far. The groups have been there. They just haven't been as good as Micah's groups. We have been wasting about one baton. Blasts have been okay, but not been highly efficient. Clears have taken more than one baton, and we're missing on 8 meters. So we got to get all 3 phases together here to try to steal this game. Got to feel like with one baseline left for Tad Kubbler, the way Micah is grouping and hitting 8 meters, this might be it. So if you're looking at this, we got to get this 3 baselines left in King. That's 4, but we got to be able to clear this pile in 2. So a lot of pressure here on Ethan on these free throws to get him right in there, get us in a position where we can potentially win, or at least go baseline clear and add pressure. And those are lined up along the sideline there, but is it in a position where we could get it in 2? It's possible. We got Eric's back there, and that one's gonna be able to raise away from everything. Everything else looks, potential for 2, but need a quality first blast. You're gonna need to get pretty much all those front ones, or at least just leave maybe 2 of those back ones. Oh, tough luck there. It looks like it came crashing through that pile, but it just kind of knifed through there and didn't take out as much as we want. Now we can't really see what's happening here, but my body language would tell you I don't get what I want. Leave 2, so yeah, 2 left there. So unfortunately, you were hoping if you could try to get this cleared out in this throw, and there's a hopper by Matt. Yeah, so just things are not working out for our team here, and I don't know what happened there. Looks like Matt got 1. It's going to be hard to get both those in one shot. So things are kind of going off the Ethan acting like he's cold there. He's going to do a left foot forward shot like Cole. Might not be enough, but we need to get at least one more here. Only has 1 baton. Gets that one, does all he can. But just inefficient play there by Shadow Pack, and now they gotta hope that Micah doesn't do what Micah does. Cole standing at attention again for his leader, his driller there, to get him in a position to win this. Something going on next door. Right next to us is the Chaska Bluebell Ringers and Team Ragnarok playing their match, so there must be something going on there that's entertaining. You see that approach that Micah has. He really has that downward angle on those cubes. Really crashes that plane, as we like to say. Lots of movement. Thought mine had lots of movement. His getting lots of movement, but he's getting highly repetitive movement. It's doing exactly the same thing every time. Feel like some of Ethan's frustration here in this round was he felt like the same approach on shots and they were doing different things. One time it would move a lot, next time it would stick. Micah is getting a lot of the same thing. Like that one, that's a nice fix-it Felix kind of there, where he is able to crash it in and improve the position of the ones on the ground. And once again, we're going to have a situation with the way Cole throws. That one on the left with the white up might be where he's going to target his throw, because he can glance it off that face and go right into the main pile and pick up a lot of these. That's exactly what he does. Let's watch this go through. right off the white and then into the main pile. Leaves one at the stake, but they have the numbers. They have 5 more batons. He picks up the double anyway. Awesome blasting by Cole. Now, 4 batons, 2 things to hit. Micah feeling it. Micah doing his stretches over his head. Looking at a situation where Shadowpack's got to hope for a lot of misses here. And there's a rare miss by Micah. Can we get another one? Get some drama here. Nope, that's a perfect shot. Takes out the baseline and a king away from a 2-0 victory from Tad Kubbler. And a heartbreaking loss for Shadowpack that would be hard to come back from to win and go to Sunday. And they do it. An awesome 2-0 victory for Tad Kubbler. Never much resistance from Shadowpack. They're able to really put that away. And obviously, for people who know some of the storylines, Ethan has always played with Tad Kubbler at Nationals, so they also, with Ethan playing with us this year, there's a little bit of extra motivation there in this matchup. So, an 0-2 loss to Tad Kubbler, playing Chaska Bluebell Ringers next on the matchup. Unfortunately for us and these broadcasts, there was no recording on the SD card for the Chaska Bluebell matchup. And going back to Kuban.com, or Kuban's social media, the Facebook page, could not find live stream footage. So I must not have gotten it, either didn't stream it, which I thought we did, or it's already, they save it for so many days on Facebook before it gets auto-deleted. Either way, I don't have any footage. That matchup, we lost. We won 1 game and lost 2. We went 3 games, lost the first, won the second, and had a highly competitive third game. But we lost that matchup as well. So we end up starting 0-2, winning 1 game through 2 matchups, and that pretty much eliminates us. We do have one more match that we're going to get to, and that's going to be against Ragnarok. That's Bob Hikus, and then Lars and Jen Arnson. So that'll be coming up shortly.